Hello there, my Captain Play guys and gals. This is Captain Play Guy, here with the 9-year Playguyaversary. To everyone that's been part of this channel, from my best friends and collaborators to the quiet viewers and subscribers, thank you. This year brought a lot of changes into my life, more than I can say. One such example, I finally graduated with my bachelor's degree back in March of this year. Another thing is, I got a gaming PC that can stream in HD. I achieved a lot of my YouTube and Twitch channels. I finally did the World of Light permadeath run that I wanted to do since finishing World of Light back in 2018. I picked back up and finished the Spyrim challenge run I started on the 3rd Playguyaversary. I also made a VOD channel for all of my streams. It was a lot of work to move those streams from my main channel here to that channel, but in the end, I think it was worth it. For this Playguyaversary, I struggled for a while settling on a subject that would be interesting yet reflective. I had several different ideas, but I wasn't sure which things would be good to talk about for this occasion. What would people actually be interested to hear me talk about? How could I make this one different? After some rumination, this is what I've decided. This Playguyaversary, I'll be talking about my inspirations and influences as a gaming channel. I want to talk about the people that I look up to the most as content creators. Is it still a stereotype to have been inspired by Chugga Conroy? Well, Chugga Conroy had a huge impact on my life. He basically opened my eyes to a whole new world of possibilities. As a kid, I didn't even imagine there being any way to watch games like we do today on YouTube and Twitch, and Facebook gaming. There were shows about video games, but it was reviews or tips and tricks, and those shows didn't last. But finding Chugga Conroy's channel by chance in middle school, there were several things that astounded me. The first video I saw of his was something during his Wind Waker Let's Play. I couldn't tell you if it was during the time he was doing that series. The first thing I noticed was he was just playing the game. Sure, he offered tips and tricks and maybe trivia, but the core of it was just the gameplay. The next thing was the link to his channel on that page. There was an actual piece of art for the channel name instead of just block letters. Back in the day, this meant that a channel was partnered. So not only was he doing full-on gameplay videos, he was getting paid to make those videos. It was like everything I'd love to do. Play video games, make videos, get money. Since then, I've stuck around for a lot of his Let's Plays. Some of the ones I remember are Luigi's Mansion, Pikmin 2, Super Paper Mario, and Kid Icarus Uprising. Watching him over the years, he seemed to be a genuinely wholesome person. His openness to talking about stuff in his life was kinda... well, what's the word? Surprising to me. I have been raised to be very safety conscious on the internet, as well as to keep private about my personal life and family. And here was this guy talking about some personal stuff like the childhood friend he lost to lies, according to him. I don't think he was being too loose about his own life, but I also don't think I'm too uptight about my personal life. It's mainly about what you're comfortable sharing. In my experience, I've regretted saying something more often than not saying something. Once you say something, there isn't any putting it back in the bottle. Still, I think it was good for me to see this guy bear a few details of his life on screen. I think it could be good to show some humanity and struggle once in a while. To Chugga Conroy, thank you for showing me this kind of content was possible. It's been a joy to watch gaming content as well as make my own. I've been watching Gerber's videos for years. I found his channel in high school after I started playing Team Fortress 2. During that time, Gerber was uploading to Germa 985 and was still primarily making TF2 videos. I remember eagerly awaiting his videos. I watched videos like the Pump Brothers and Valve's Andy from Toy Story when they were uploaded, to name a few. He had a wide variety of content on his channel. Not necessarily in terms of the games he played, although he played a lot, but he did videos with different commentary styles. There were live commentaries he did. He also did discussions on updates on TF2. He had rant videos about random things like infomercials. There was even at least one really serious video I've gone back to a few times over the years because it just resonates in my heart. He had a lot of commentary styles. I don't recall seeing such a variety of commentaries in other content creators up to that point. However, the videos I remember best were the ones with bits. Gerber and his friends would sometimes do these bits pretending to be characters in the game. Like this clip from an old GTA Online video of his.
Having a cigarette? Yeah, sometimes I like to smoke down here.
He has an infectious laugh. Those kinds of videos are the ones he was making when I discovered his channel, but he's grown and evolved so much since then. He's done videos and streams and live action. There was the Gerber Rumble he did, in which every character was played by an actor. There was the Carnival stream, where chat could input commands for different games. There was the Archaeology stream, although that was most likely pre-recorded, but still great. He's done so many different kinds of content over the years. He's really got the creative chops to make entertaining content almost regardless of what the subject matter is. I can't tell you how many games I've seen him play that I would most likely have no interest in playing or watching otherwise. There's so much to draw from on Gerber's videos and streams, but one of the biggest takeaways was the power of the bit and improvisation. It can add so much to content. Gerber is a truly memorable content creator that I take a lot of inspiration from. I started watching RT Games videos during the time he was exclusively making TF2 videos. I remember the day he uploaded the TF2 Maze video. That was one of the craziest TF2 mods I'd ever seen. I also remember when he announced his change to variety content instead of just strictly TF2 videos. I can't seem to find the video that I recall him talking about that change. If memory serves, there was a globe showing throughout that particular video. In any case, that day was memorable, jumping from one game to variety. He talked about being afraid of the risk of alienating his audience. He'd spent years uploading TF2 videos and got a decent following with that. I can see how that could be a risk for him. But looking at him now, it paid off in spades, and I'm happy to see him succeed. Watching his videos is different from a lot of other channels I watched till then. RT was trying to do bizarre and questionable stuff on purpose. He was making roller coasters that would make its patrons throw up or die. He created abominations in Spore. He made a volcano filled with sewage and city skylines, and that's not even the worst of the things he's done in games. The man exudes chaotic energy, maybe with some evil in the mixture. Have you seen how he abuses the cooking mama baby? Beyond that, he actually is a solid gamer. He's done a few challenge runs like the Heart Gold, Nuzlocke, and Breath of the Wild permadeath. He's showed some gaming prowess in spite of his title saying a man who can't drive, or a man who can't punch, or a man who can't cook. I'm not saying he's the best out there, but he's mildly impressive. Also, I can't ignore the fact that he loves and looks up to Gerber too. What I learned from RT Game is to embrace chaos a little more. Dare to do bad stuff sometimes. In video games. To NPCs. And variety is the spice of life. And now we come to Doug. I think the first video I ever watched of his was Can You Beat a Level 9 CPU with Only Voice Commands? From there I watched a bunch more. The videos of his that drew me in were the videos of video game voice command challenges, as well as chat-controlled challenges. He's a solid programmer from what I've gathered. He's apparently made mods that would spawn random amounts of mobs in Skyrim, for example. What truly sets DougDoug apart from other creators is his ability to weave stories from the chaos of his streams. He's able to summarize his streams in such a succinct yet hilarious way. I've never felt like I've missed a beat watching these highlight videos. There's so much effort put into these videos and it shows. The premise, the clips, the narration, down to the music choice. His videos emphasize something I came to realize a long time ago. Part of the reason why I love playing video games and watching people play video games is the stories that happen. A lot of the time you don't quite know what's going to happen. You generally know how things are supposed to go in games, but even in vanilla, crazy stuff can happen. I should know. Even before I started streaming on a regular basis, I came across some weird glitches. But glitches aren't the only stories you can get. You can get a lot of stories from games and your gameplay. Tales of triumph, tales of defeat, recounts of rarities and oddities, chronicles of close calls, close wins, and close losses, and more than I can think of. There's countless untold stories from the games we play. DougDoug exemplifies this idea. He takes it a step further by implementing all this coding to spawn enemies when he says certain words. It's further chaos to the games we know and love. But he can bring the whole of his stream together in one video of 30 minutes or less. Yes, everyone does highlight videos of their streams, but DougDoug does his magnificently. He connects the pieces, he contextualizes, and most of all, he hypes. I don't know how many times I've gotten so invested in his videos. I just know it's a lot of times. Truly a remarkable content creator that exemplifies the importance of storytelling in gaming. This concludes this Playguyaversary. I of course watch and have watched a lot more channels than these four. I'm even friends with some of them. But these are the people with timeless influences on me. There's aspects to each of them that I want to emulate. These guys have been top players on YouTube and Twitch, and they seem like stand-up guys to boot. This has been Captain Playguy. Thank you all for watching. I very much look forward to what the next year has in store. But God help me if any of these guys end up doing terrible stuff and get canceled.